Hello, good afternoon. I am Natalie Fort. This is Midday Live on TV3. It's also streaming live on our Facebook site, TV3 News/Facebook.com. Let's take a look at the headlines for this afternoon. In our first story, the residence of MPP flag bearer Natalie Fort has been vandalized. The attack happened by an unknown NDC group. The New Patriotic Party says it is disappointed in the Nima police for its inability to salvage the situation. Disposal of fecal matter at Lavender Hill still ongoing despite a presidential order to completely close down the place in August this year. Barely 24 hours to the December elections will be hitting the campaign trail and going to the Ashanti region, where Samira Baumia takes the MPP's campaign, and in Cape Coast North, Chairman of the NDC, Kofi Portafi, calls on the electorate to vote massively for John Mahama to continue his developmental agenda. On the international front, defeated Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton blames the FBI for the loss of momentum which led to her defeat. We have all this plus the very latest in business, sports and entertainment coming up in the next hour. Stay tuned. Thanks so much for staying with us. You're watching Midday Live. Let's start off with our first story for this afternoon. The MPP presidential candidate, Natalie Fort, has reiterated his resolve to make the laws of Ghana work. Addressing party supporters at Sankore in the Asunafo North constituency of the Bono-Ahafo region, he lashed out at government functionaries who he claimed blatantly flout the laws to intimidate political opponents.
Sankore has reported cases of violence against some MPP supporters in the constituency in recent. Nana Akufo-Addo, on his campaign tour of the area, asked the chief and elders of the traditional area to speak out against such bad behaviors. MPP parliamentary candidate for the area, Georgia Abuachi, urged the people to vote out the NDC to end the perpetration of violence in the area. Nana Akufo-Addo promised law will surely work under his regime when voted into office. The campaign team made whistle stops at Kwapong and Kukum to address supporters. Nana Akufo-Addo and his entourage then addressed students of the Sunyani Polytechnic in the Sunyani West constituency. Former Minister of Education Christopher Ameyaw-Ekumfi accused the NDC government of failing to roll out effective policies to raise education standards. MP for the area, Kwesi Chiremia called on the students to vote massively for the NPP to improve education. Nana Akufo-Addo said the next NPP government will end the practice of students paying utility bills, increase student loans, and restructure the loan scheme to make it more efficient. He said farmers are now poorer than before due to the lack of clear-cut policies to drive the sector.
Still on the MPP, the presidential candidate of the MPP has advised the NDC to campaign on issues and stop using violence and intimidating tactics, addressing party faithfuls at Dade Soaba in their Sutifi South constituency of the Bono Ahafo region. Natalie Fort alleged the MP for the area is using violence, thus causing fear and panic in the constituency.
The NPP campaign team is on a 4-day tour of the Ahafo region after 6 days in the central and western regions. The entourage first called on the chiefs and traditional leaders to inform them of the campaign in the area. National Women's Organizer of the NPP, Otiko Hafisa Jaba, asked supporters to intensify the campaign to ensure a comprehensive victory for Nanado and the party.
Any house to house, any door to door, any window to window, any bed to bed.
MPP parliamentary candidate for the Sutifi South constituency, Cecilia Jan Amoa, encouraged supporters not to give in to violence. The presidential candidate of the NPP, Nana Akufo-Addo, said the NDC has lost focus, thus using wrong tactics to intimidate party executives in the constituency. He added the NPP will build a ginger processing factory to expand the agricultural base. The ginger you grow here has a high economic value. We will establish a processing plant so the farmers can make enough money. The team also visited chiefs and elders of Hwidiem, Wamehenso, Ntotroso and Kenyase. At a mini rally in Kenyase, in the Sutifi North constituency, party executives took turns to address supporters. Most of you are unemployed. This is due to the bad monetary policies of the NDC government. Nana Akufo-Addo asked the people to vote for the NPP parliamentary candidate, Joseph Daha, for development. He also asked the people to walk away from politicians who campaign on ethnic lines. If you want to experience a positive change, come help push the elephant to the Jubilee House.
The chairman of the governing NDC, Kofi Portafi, has called on electorate to vote massively for the party to retain President Mahama for him to continue his developmental agenda. He was speaking at the campaign launch of the party in the Cape Coast South constituency.
Hundreds of party faithful gathered for the campaign launch of the Cape Coast South constituency after marching through some principal streets in Cape Coast. Central Regional Minister and the parliamentary candidate of the NDC in the Cape Coast South constituency, Kweku Hagan, said he will do more when given the mandate to further his tenure.
The development we intend to bring to Cape Coast will take the constituency to higher heights. Let's all go out and vote massively for the NDC.
National Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Dr. Kofi Portofi, addressing electorates, urged them to vote massively for the NDC in the December polls.
President John Dramani Mahama will win the December 7th election. And our message to President John Mahama is that he should trust John Mahama.
Still on election 2016, members of the Jiggers Youth Club are encouraging the electorate in the Krowa constituency to report any incident of vote buying by politicians to the police for investigation. Members of the group who organized a peace march ahead of the December polls admonished the youth to resist being vessels for the propagation of violence.
Over 500 participants took part in the peace march across the principal streets of the Krowa constituency in Nungwa. It was geared towards sensitizing the youth to abstain from engaging in violent acts in the run-up to the December election. Parliamentary candidate of the PPP, NPP and the NDC also participated. They marched through the principal streets in the constituency holding placards with inscriptions, "We don't want war," "I love Ghana," Yepe Asumdwe. According to the chairman of the youth club, Ben Smith, electorate and parliamentary candidates should accept the verdict of the Electoral Commission come December 7th.
It shouldn't involve in any violence. Even if someone pays you that you should go and do something wrong, please send that money to the police station. Tell the police that this is what this and this said, so that there will be no fighting or there will be no any bloodshed.
Sub-chief in charge of the youth in Nungwa, Ni Okle Jaselme, also entreated the youth to desist from being used as perpetrators of election-related violence.
They must not allow themselves to be used by any political party. And when they come to you as youth, they want to take you to go and create mayhem. Please ask them first, where are your children? If your children are involved, I'll get myself involved.
The Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, has entreated the youth to desist from politics of insults. He was speaking at the start of a 5-day campaign tour of the Eastern region.
The Chief of Staff and his entourage first called on the chiefs and elders of Eduejiru and Sechikrom. At Adesu in the Upper West Akim constituency, hundreds of jubilant supporters thronged the rally grounds to reaffirm their support and commitment to the party. The Chief of Staff, while asking the electorate to vote massively for President Mahama and NDC parliamentary candidate, entreated the youth to desist from politics of insult. Several party executives catalogued development projects the NDC government has undertaken over the last 4 years. The campaign team later visited Amanase, India, Yensuano and Suhum constituencies to interact with party supporters.
The police service has denied media reports that an ongoing 2-day cadet officer course entry examination in Accra is a ploy to exclude some category of personnel from taking part in election-related duties on December 7. Director General of Human Resource Development, COP Beatrice Vip Zanziri, insists the examination is a routine promotional exercise which does not affect any policing calendar.
The Ghana Police Service is one of the few security services in the country that allows its personnel who enter the service as general recruits to go through training to join the senior officers category. Such group of men enter the police academy through competitive entry examination at the rank of chief inspectors and inspectors. Currently, 2,500 chief inspectors and inspectors from parts of the country have begun writing the exam. But some officers fear the course may keep them away from being included in election day related duties on December 7th, accusing the police administration. The police administration, however, debunked the claims.
I wonder whether our calendar stops for anything. We are doing this examination for 2 days, today and tomorrow, and they go back to their stations to continue their work. In fact, all of them are part of the elections duties. So there's no point in anybody arguing that they don't understand why we should be rushing them to write this examination when election is coming.
Director of Police Public Affairs, Superintendent Sefa Satha, also expressed worry over personnel who fail to follow due process.
The rules and regulations of the service frown upon police officers divulging certain information, going out to the media to air their grievances when the approved channels are available for them. But to go outside the approved channel is reprehensible.
He warned the development will be investigated and anyone found culpable will be dealt with accordingly.
The Nima residence of the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party has been vandalized by a group of young men suspected to be members of the ruling National Democratic Congress. The Member of Parliament for Ayawaso Central, Henry Korte, is calling on the security service to intervene in the matter in order to avoid escalation of violence.
As at 9 a.m. Sunday, over 300 supporters of the opposition No Patriotic Party had gathered at the residence of the flag bearer, angrily chanting victory for Nanado. This was in response to an attack by an NDC group believed to be from one of the Ayawaso constituencies. Stones and broken bottles held onto the compound provides clear evidence. According to eyewitnesses, the group used the Nima route during a regular NDC float but started throwing stones and bottles on arrival at the NPP's flag bearer's house.
We are deeply sad and disappointed in the NDC today because, as we all know, 7 December is around the corner. Most political parties, about 2 months back, are all engaged in Sunday, what we call keep fit or health work or whatever. But we had a call when we got to around Odo Rise that over 500, 600 NDCs had besieged the flag bearer's house.
The Nima police station is just a stone throw from Nanado's residence, but it took over an hour for the police to arrive at the scene. Ayawaso Central Member of Parliament Henry Korte expressed disappointment at the slow police response.
We are almost returning to the dark days in politics, and we are calling on the national security agencies because we have been here for over 2 hours. We have seen the police on their radio calling for reinforcement, and I can tell you none of them has shown up. The Ghana Police Service, we know, is a professional institution. They have been trained to protect lives, properties, but today, by their actions, they have demonstrated to us that they are only protecting NDC and not the citizens of this country.
He explained they do not have any intentions of retaliating the attack and would continue to be at peace with all Ghanaians.
Meanwhile, the New Patriotic Party has condemned the attack on the home of Nana Akufo-Addo. In a statement issued by the Director of Communications of the party, Nana Ankomia, he said the attack is part of a broad range of calculated, violent and provocative acts designed to bait the MPP into responding in a similar fashion. Nana Ankomia's statement further claimed the large crowd of NDC supporters was led by Ako Gun, one of the Muntie Three who was recently pardoned by President Mahama after being jailed for threatening to rape and murder the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. We would now turn our attention away from politics to the agricultural sector. The fast-growing demand for fish as an important element for food security has led to the dwindling fish stock globally. Ghana's marine and inland fisheries have dwindled over the last 4 years and is unable to meet demand. In the following report, Catherine Frimpoma explores how aquaculture can be improved to make up for the deficit.
Aquaculture is one of the world's fastest growing industries, with an average growth rate of over 8% per annum, according to the FAO. One major resource for aquaculture is fingerlings. Tilapia fingerlings are only available through limited sources in Ghana and are quite expensive, often about 40% of the price of a finished fish. The high cost of feeding alone has pushed most companies out of business. Enuansa Farms is one of the first indigenous fish hatcheries in Ghana to specialize in the production of high-quality fingerlings. Established in 2009 in Gomoa Ochireko in the central region, it provides direct employment to about 8 people. The hatchery, which is adjacent to to the Otreko Irrigation Dam is owned and operated by Jacob and Theresa Inuansa. The 200-meter dam was designed for rice, vegetable and fish farming. The hatchery has a large field of aquaculture facilities for the breeding of fish from the scratch. That is from the egg stage through maturity stage for both tilapia and other species of fish stock. This is where the eggs are collected, then to the hatchery. The fish hatchery supplies 1 gram to 5 gram tilapia fingerlings to farmers in 6 regions in the country. The current capacity of the tilapia hatchery is up to 1 million tilapia fingerlings per month, but expandable based on demand. It is harvested and packaged in accordance with standards.
We have sold to Nigeria 2 times and we have sold to South Africa. It was a journey of about 34 hours, and you must have the skills to package. And it's a combination of good quality water, good preparation of the fish so that they can undertake the trip. And we know how much fish we must put in what quantity of water and sack against the distance.
Though a lucrative venture, several factors affect its success. The hatchery also has a training center where it partners with the University of Cape Coast to train fish farmers. As the AUI bar plans to establish centers of excellence in selected institutions across the continent, facilities like this, with the required resources and support, can provide the needed training to augment productivity in the sector.
Away from agriculture, the Nima Divisional Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit, DOVSU, is looking for the parents and relatives of a speech-impaired boy. The boy, believed to be in his early teens, appears to be suffering from cerebral palsy and was found loitering around Afrikiko restaurant by police personnel on guard duty in the area. The boy was later taken to the Nima Divisional DOVSU office. Anyone who knows the boy, his parents or relatives should contact the police on 057 747 2739 or 027 526 3095 to assist. Disposal of fecal matter at Lavender Hill is still ongoing and will remain the same until the completion of the Mudo fecal treatment plant. This is after President Mahama's directive for the place to be closed down completely in August this year. Viewers are cautioned visuals coming up may be disturbing.
Lavender Hill at Koligono Beach remains the major official fecal dumping site where untreated sludge is discharged directly into the ocean. A strong stench that emanates from the waste site compelled the residents to name it Lavender Hill due to the volume of waste materials that are dumped there. The activity at Lavender Hill has turned the color of the seawater there into brown, endangering human and aquatic life and threatening the marine life in the area. When the news team visited the site Saturday afternoon, more than 120 trucks had visited the site to dispose of the fecal matter into the sea, with more trucks still driving in. A normal truck pays 15 cedis, whereas a double axle truck pays 20 cedis, excluding institutions and government agencies. Though officials were tight-lipped, sources revealed that a new fecal plant was under construction few meters away. Our cameras captured workers on site building a storeroom to house chemicals that will be used for the project. Our sources also revealed that excavation works will begin on Monday. Meanwhile, work on the Mudo fecal plant is near completion, with work done estimated at 80%.
UNICEF estimates improved sanitation can reduce diarrhea rates by 36%, but only 15% of Ghanaians have access to improved sanitation, well short of the 2015 goal of 54%. Ending open defecation will greatly influence achieving UN Sustainable Development Goal 6, Target 2. In the following report, Wendy Laye and Catherine Frimpoma assess the practice of open defecation at Choko, a suburb of Accra. Choko is a fishing community in a neighborhood in the Greater Accra region of Ghana. The community bordered to the south by the Atlantic Ocean with fishing and fishmongering as the mainstay of the inhabitants. Choko is a densely populated community which lacks basic social amenities such as toilets and drains. Our observation on the unsanitary conditions at the beach and seashore was an eyesore. Residents, both young and old, practiced open defecation at the shore of the sea, which is known as a toilet base by the locals. Open defecation refers to the practice where people go out to open spaces rather than using toilets to discharge fecal matter. Residents have accepted the practice, which has been a norm for years, and perturbed by our presence, it was business as usual. The activity was ongoing very close to these fishermen who were sorting out their catch.
We wake up at dawn to go fishing, so it will be convenient if 2 toilet facilities are constructed here, or else we will continue to defecate in the open.
Dokunete explained they were willing to pay subsidized amounts if public toilets were built close to the beach.
We can't afford to construct a toilet. We don't earn much from our fishing business.
Another fisherman, Bruce Lankwe, lamented the situation was frustrating, reiterating a clean beach could have been an income earner for the region.
The fecal matter bursts out and splashes on the fish. We just wash it and sell because it's no fault of ours.
For others, they would always defecate on the shores of the beach whenever they're within that range. So we asked, why do they prefer open defecation to using a toilet? And really, is there a difference?
One enjoys the breeze while defecating at the seashore. Besides, it's free.
According to WaterAid, total sanitation is not just important to human health, but also to economic and social development. Yet, improved sanitation in African countries, including Ghana, hasn't been achieved due to factors like human behavior.
UNICEF Ghana Wash Project estimates about 4,000 Ghanaian children die each year from diarrhea linked to poor water and sanitation. Improved sanitation can reduce diarrhea rates by 36%, but only 15 of Ghanaians have access to improved sanitation, well short of the 2015 goal of 54%. In the community, we noticed most houses had bathrooms but no toilets.
We don't have a toilet facility here. We have to go across the street to access the closest public toilet.
In our quest for more answers, we decided to search for a nearby public toilet. It took us over 10 minutes to locate the closest. At the Galilee Community Public Toilet, we were told about 200 residents use the facility daily.
We charge us 40 pesos.
We charge 40 pesos. Some residents are reluctant to pay, whilst others think it is a government-owned facility. But this is not so. It is a privately owned facility.
It is worthy to note that the response to sanitation feeds into nearly all the other Sustainable Development Goal targets. Thus, the achievement of this may seem simple as a goal, but could hold the key to others as well.
You're still watching Midday Live. We have the very latest from the world of business with Rabiul Hassan when we return.
Welcome to Amasha Partners, where we've been serving quality and superior eye care for the past 20 years. At Amasha, we're a family that doesn't only want your eyes in top shape, but looking good as well, which is why our services range from supply of designer frames, sight testing, supply of lens, sunglasses, contact lens, and general treatment. Our branches also boast of state-of-the-art optometrists with ophthalmology services available, along with expertly trained staff who are always available to offer excellent advice on eye care. Visit us at any of our many branches across the country and give your eyes the best of care. Amasha, your one-stop optical solutions partner.
I was actually born in a church. I didn't like her at that time.
There's nothing you nor anybody can do about it.
I used to like being around girls a lot.
It wasn't about money. It was truly about love.
To walk into a room and start making conversations with people.
Yes, got everything coming up.
Daddy, sit down. I'm going to perform for you.
So check me out on Celebrity Diary. My name is AY.
Watch me on the Celebrity Diary Show this season.
The Celebrity Diary Show, coming soon on TV3. Your #1 TV program, Business Focus, brings you Time with the Captains, a business mentorship program featuring Ghana's top business leaders, CEOs, and entrepreneurs.
My name is Daniel Hassan, Chief Executive of Stanbic Bank Ghana.
And my name is Nuhat Kalmoni. I'm the CEO of Silver Star Auto Limited, distributors of Mercedes-Benz and Suzuki in Ghana.
If you want to take your business from startup to global business, hang out with Captains on TV3.
Time with the Captains. Don't miss it.
If you want to be a part of our privileged audiences for this novelty, write in 10 sentences why you should be selected. Send an email to businessfocus@tv3network.com. This show comes up once every month and is open to all tertiary students and startups. Limited spaces are available. Time with the Captains, live on TV3. TV3, first in news, best in entertainment. The stage is set. The contestants are ready.
If I dance, it will be enough. And if I shout, it will be enough. For you are the great and mighty King. I worship you today. In you I put my trust. Your name I will exalt.
Celebrations this Sunday, 8 p.m. Celebrations is brought to you by Sasso Mosquito Spray and Coil, Getol, Heaven Rice, Echo Wash Washing Powder, Tabia Herbal Mixture, Paladin, and Napa. Celebrations, heaven must hear.
It's now time for business on Midday Live, and to my first story, where most beaches around the country are left unattended to, but government hopes to develop many of the beaches into tourism sites. The idea is to support disadvantaged communities to benefit from development so as to help them uplift and improve their lives. But sanitation remains a major hindrance to developing Ghana's tourism potential.
Abounds in a rich marine ecosystem with estuaries, mangroves and sandy beaches that play host to a plethora of luxurious resorts and attractive forts and castles built by the Europeans. In spite of the great ecotourism potential, there are still challenges caused by filth.
The dumping of refuse at the country's beaches and its concomitant pollution of the sea and other marine sources has led to massive loss of marine biodiversity in the country. Many people use the beaches as defecation ground and for dumping garbage. This causes poor sanitation on the beaches, leading to massive environmental pollution and affects the overall effectiveness of harnessing the coast for ecotourism.
However, government says it will soon begin an exercise to develop a number of beaches into ecotourism sites. Elizabeth Ofuswe-Jari is tourism minister.
His Excellency the President indicated that in his second term he's going to develop the Accra Marine Drive, which is all that piece of land from Osu Castle to Baden-Powell. He's going to turn that into a very beautiful coastline where we're going to have restaurants, theme parks, children's park, casinos, and what you see in South Africa is what you are going to see in Accra. And once we develop that place, then the issue of filth will be a thing of the past.
But not all beaches are polluted. Some of the nicest beaches in Africa can be found right here in Ghana. Most of these beaches have hotels, some have live performances like acrobatic displays, and some even have turtle nets on the shores.
The Labadi Beach Hotel is one of the country's most popular beaches. It lovingly embodies Ghana's blend of beauty, nature, tradition and modernity. Renowned for its hospitality, cuisine and attention to detail, the Labadi Beach certainly does offer a warm reception to guests who can enjoy not only modern amenities, but a certain exclusive serenity in the hotel's plush landscaped gardens and access to a private beach. But for Ghana to realize its full ecotourism potential, a serious institutional response must be devised, especially at the seas and beaches that are currently bombarded by rubbish and sand. This must begin with the enactment and enforcement of laws and regulations and institution of permits and licenses to monitor polluters. Mr. Ofuswe-Jari says a lot more is being done.
Unless we develop our beaches, I don't see how we'll be able to clean it for the place to be clean, clean and clean. But you agree with me that that portion, that houses, Labadi Hotel, La Palme, these are clean areas because of the development.
Let's now talk insurance, where life insurance companies in the country have complained about the current challenges in selling insurance policies. They contend the unfavorable economic conditions have compelled many potential clients to cut down on discretionary expenditure, with some policyholders cancelling their policies outright.
Ghana's life insurance industry improved its premium income earnings last year by 21.6%. However, an analysis of the industry over a 6-year period indicates a constant decline in growth. The life industry premium income in 2010 saw a growth of 53%, but declined in 2011 to 44%, 32% in 2012, 31% in 2013, and 23% in 2014. Chief Finance Officer at Quality Life Assurance Company Thomas Appiah attributed the decline to lack of awareness of life insurance and insurers experiencing difficulties in convincing consumers to buy insurance due to the current macroeconomic situation.
Even though every year we see a growth and it's declining, if I should tell you the kind of effort that companies had to make in order even to make their levels, you will be surprised. And so marketing has become very, very expensive just to create an awareness for the insuring public once life insurance is concerned.
He was of the opinion that the situation could improve if a law is enacted to make life insurance policy compulsory as pertains in other countries.
There is a kind of move being made by the National Insurance Commission to make life compulsory in the country. And that is what all of us are looking for. Elsewhere in the European countries, these things are, even before you get an employment, you need to have a life cover.
Now, traders at the Central Business District of Accra are worried trading activities are virtually dwindling because of the new market expansion project. They claim the construction has compounded the already heavy vehicular and human traffic in the area, therefore affecting the delivery of goods. We'll be bringing you details of that story in our subsequent bulletins, and that's it for business. Up next is sports.
All Ghanaians involved and vote in the 2016 elections to choose your president and your parliamentarians.
Ago, Nichumo Heniko Shikifon, no, Electoral Commission of Ghana, in woman being named Amegba Shikifon, like Yamehunike Amegba Ete, Hoko Croya to no ake, sure, Afwabe no Beniji Paweno Afine, Abafon Shiki, Yabahala Mahi and Yellow Kemla would be a ma fe, about Jenny Femo Shishi, Kajalebing Black Power, Kashibak and Maji Enumo, the West Adamo Femo, Aya Henny Yama Egbaye, near for Oshiki Echo. Kaimoni Oka voter ID card will wear Ayoshiki for here, or Asheje, Yato like, ni ona tree, Kayachi Ebashe Ono, Akehebe, Nisabaha Pajeloy, Je Holloy, Kameni Egbojo, Ka Esha Ono, Ya voter ID card, Oshiki for no Kwamonuchulo, Ya Kankle Oklohi, Ebakwe Abeku Wao Bibia Ake Aleno, or Ya for Oshiki Elo, Ni Ebasa Ekwe Ake Obey Oshiki for Woluemi, Ka Egena, Eke O Wao Bi Bakete, Biometric Choniano, Kakwe Ake Esake O for Oshiki Elo, Ka Eke O Wao Bi Ekpete Choniano Besan, Ni Eko, Natri, Ejake Bepoko Ye, Ni Abanye Achono, Kele Ake Osa Oshiki Efon, Ka Osha Okloni channel here, Oke O Wao Bibio Bacho Indelible Incamely, no say, Abahabo Kankle Oshiki for Wulu, Ni Okeba for Mahi and Yellow Tamo Oshiki, O Fine, Komo Joban, Ni Onine, Ni Okacho Incamely, Akafite Oshiki for Wulu, Ni Ohie, Lakajena Kaya Abako, Dani Oshiki for no Kwamonuchulo Bache Oshiki for Wulu Ehabwe, Eke Yisi Stamp Bashi say, Chike Aleno, Ni Ona Nakadimo Yawulu se, Kapne, where Honey Ashise, Ni Eye Emu, Jano se, Esake Ake Kadimo no Crab Basa Wulu, Ejake Balenaka, Abako Ulu, Ona Akenofe no Eja, Obaya Kankle Oshiki for Adekamli, Lawyer for Shike Ohama here in Yeloni Otawo, Oyabote Adekamli, Onine John Gonti, Akpete Ink Padeno, Ni Okapete Moni Otawa, Ni Ofo Shiki Oha Infuni, Lo Ekadimo Masay, Moni Ogonti, Akabote Mokonomli, Leke Balenaka, Abako, Katishi paper will ni Akehabwe Achumo Odejoban, Wanafeni Okafite Wulu, Le Abako no Kaimoni Odo Shiki for Lemlin Kakadan Kankle, Dani Osa Odomli Enyo Eko, Ni Okeyawo Adeka, Ni Angma Presidential normally. Obacho Nakambejano to a normally, Kaya from Lawo Pembi Ahalamo Oshiki, Ka Obena, She Oshiki for here Amronon, Chimo Eko Oyanabakwe, Obanyani Oka Oshiki for no Kwamonuchulo Ayawe, Ejimla no Tomo, Ake Omako Bay, She Obaya for Oshiki, Alo Okamoko, Ni Ego, Lo Moni here Kagbe, Ba for Oshiki, Kaninesha Ono, Mlaka Bobaje, Oshiki for no Kwamonuchumo here, Kaime Fayake, Mahi and Yellow Kamlawo Pembi Ahalamo Shiki for Bemban, Afwabenyo Beniji Paweno Afine, Kajalebim Le Pawo, Yashibak and Maji Elumo.
Your vote is your power.
Welcome back to Midday Live. We now have the very latest in sports with Thierry Nyan. Tell us what's been happening with the Black Stars especially.
Yes, of course, we are going to be taking a focus on the Black Stars because they are playing a crucial game against Egypt later today, and we are building up to that. A countdown starts now where, of course, we have some probable lineup coming up pretty soon. The likes of Thomas Partey and Imola John Bedu have been drafted back into the squad by head coach of the Black Stars, Avram Grant. Let's take a look at what exactly that means.
The Black Stars are in the hotel behind me making final preparations for their journey from the Radisson Blu to the stadium in Alexandria. Ghana coach Avram Grant has named the side that will face Egypt and attempt to get a first win in 2 World Cup qualifying this year, and also a first win for Ghana in the last 5 matches. Grant has changed a lineup slightly different from previous ones. Already the absence of Asamoah meant that another person needed to come in. Grant has opted for a midfielder instead of a striker. So the Ghana lineup looks like Razak Brahma is the regular goalkeeper. At right back there is Harrison Afo, Baba Rahman at left back. There is a change in defense where Jonathan Mensah retains his place, but Daniel Amate comes in for John Boy, who's been sent down to the bench. There's no free Aqua in midfield. Instead it's Thomas Partey and Mubarak Wakasu, Jordan Ayew, Christian Achu, the returning Dede Ayew, or make up the starting 11 for the Black Stars. Ghana, remember, need to win to stay in touch with Egypt in the World Cup qualifying. Grant hopes these 11 men will be the one who will do it for the Black Stars.
Michael Otieje is reporting from Alexandria in Egypt. We are still building up to the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifying game between Ghana and Egypt. Now, we take a focus on the head coach of the Black Stars, Avram Grant. He's been talking, ahead of that particular one. And, of course, we are going to be looking at how he plans, to execute to perfection how Ghana are going to be the only side to come out of Group A.
The Black Stars will emerge from this very tunnel to the thunderous GS of about 75,000 Egyptians with their World Cup 2018 hopes in their own hands. Victory for Ghana will mean that the Black Stars will jump above Egypt in the standings. Defeat may well mean an early goodbye to the 2018 World Cup hopes, as Ghana coach Avram Grant has been explaining to the media here in Alexandria.
We had a good training camp. Was happy to train there. Good facility. The atmosphere is good. The players are ready. I think we live for this game. We live for these big games. It's very important. It's a big game for us, big game for Egypt. But we want, our target didn't change. For the moment, everything is very good. Hospitality is good. People are very nice.
Everybody says this is a must-win. Is that the way you see it? Is it a must-win game or is a must-not-lose game?
It's a long way. We have more games to the end, but as you know, we drew the first game, so we have to make a good result here if we want to go to the World Cup.
3 points is the most important thing for the Black Stars. Grant says he's traveled here with a team capable of doing that, and says all Ghanaians must forget about that 6-1 thrashing of Egypt that led the country to qualify for the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Many Ghanaians will be hoping he's right on the day. Michael Otieje from the Burj Al Arab Stadium in Alexandria for TV3.
Now, as the Black Stars prepare to take on the Pharaohs of Egypt at the Burj Al Arab Stadium in Alexandria on Sunday, one player who has hit great form for his club, Newcastle United, in recent weeks, Chris Enachu, will be much needed to overcome their rivals. He tells Michael Otieje how the Stars won't dwell on their poor run of form, but reckons they are ready for the battle ahead.
World Cup hopes is at stake. Is this a do-and-die affair for the Black Stars?
No. This game is very important for Egypt and also for Ghana, but this is not the game that will decide who qualify for the World Cup. We are well prepared for Egypt.
What will be the mentality? You've come here, you've seen people tell you lose by 2-0, you lose by 3-0. Does that fire you guys up to prove everybody wrong?
No, what people say doesn't affect us in any way because we are working and we want to do our job very well. So. We are here to get the 3 points and then concentrate on the next game. That's all.
And you guys have not won in the last 4 games. What has gone wrong?
In this game, it doesn't matter who has won many games or who hasn't won any game. We are going to fight, and what people say doesn't affect the Black Stars in any way at all.
And my final question to you, personally, you've been in great form. What are you hoping to contribute personally to the team against Egypt?
Each and every game, I concentrate more to help the team to assist or to score, and I'm well determined to score for Ghana. At least I have to get 1 goal in this game.
Okay, so if you've heard from the head coach, you've heard from a player from the Black Stars. With the game just a few hours away, we take to the streets to gauge the mood of the fans and what they expect from the Black Stars against Egypt.
Sometimes our form is not reliable. We've been playing draws and stuff like that. And with World Cup situation, we've tasted it conservatively 3 times. So you know that we have the taste for World Cup. And if we lose this match, that means our chances are we're almost down. So this time around, the players have to kill themselves.
If we win there, it's a plus. But what I'm seeing in that match will be maybe if we are able to get a draw. Okay, but they are bent on beating us, and I'm sure that they can do it.
We will only wish them the best of luck. We can't say they will win or they will lose. It depends on Almighty God. He gives and He takes. So we have to pray for them to play better and win.
Black Stars are going to win 3-0 against Egypt. Black Stars will perform well performance. The day are you and Jodayu.
When our players, they have to arrange themselves well before we can win the match. If they do not make one, we cannot win the match. Ghana have the chance of winning by 3-1. But Ghana, we have one problem with our team, which is the Frefre Kobo. The big men, Nyantechi, have to see they should stop to that. Because a player can come from Europe while he is coming to help his nation. At the same time, people will be expecting him to pay money before they fix him.
Now these three, one of them will stand a chance of becoming BBC African Player of the Year for the year 2016. The final 5 nominees have been named and Ghana's Andre Ayew is involved. The award focuses on Africans-based players outside the continent performing admirably at club level and also their contributions to their respective national team assignments. Senegal's Sadio Mane of Liverpool was named alongside Premier League champion Riyad Mahrez and UEFA Champions League semi-finalist Yaya Toure. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang of Gabon and Borussia Dortmund was also nominated after his goal-scoring feat in the German Bundesliga. The winner will be decided by fans from across the world who have until November 28 to vote for their choice. So that's exactly how we wrap up here for the sports segment on Midday Live. My name is Thierry Nyan. We'll be bringing you some more sports news and the updates of the Black Stars' game against Egypt at 7 p.m. Stay tuned to TV3.
We are on a mission this electioneering year. The marginalized, women and rural folks in focus. A mission to separate facts from propaganda. A mission for peace. This is Mission TV3. Brought to you by Star Ghana. Sports Station, sponsored by Cowbell, Ernest Chemist, Malta Guinness. Coming soon only on TV3. First in news, best in entertainment. The stage is set. The contestants are ready.
If I dance, it will be enough. And if I shout, it will be enough. For you are the great and mighty King. I worship you today. In you I put my trust. Your name I feel as though.
Celebrations this Sunday, 8 p.m. Celebrations is brought to you by
Sasso Mosquito Spray and Coil, Getol, Heaven Rice, Echo Wash Washing Powder, Tabia Herbal Mixture, Paladin, and Napa.
Celebrations, heaven must hear.
Welcome back to Midday Live. Let's now take stories from the world of entertainment. The Deputy Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Jifa Gomashi, has asserted that the development of the sector requires the support of both domestic and foreign tourists. She was speaking at an arts and culture interaction for industry players and the media on how to promote the industry for economic growth. Adwa Amofa Osei has the details of the event.
Afropop artist Iwela was the center of attraction at the Arts and Culture Interaction organized to discuss the relevance of the industry in the country's economic development. With a soothing and energetic performance, she set the tone for the evening's encounter. The Deputy Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Jifa Gomashi, said the arts and entertainment industry was one that had lots of potentials which had not been tapped fully.
It will be a sad story if we do not embrace the cultural policy and all other things that reflect who we are. Because really, that is how we can sustain and maintain and promote our heritage. And of course, in doing that, we stand the chance of improving on our economic power.
She added that even though Ghana had a cultural policy which had been in existence since 2004, its full mandate had not been executed. Also addressing the gathering, renowned sculptor Kofi Agozu said arts and culture should be made part of the educational calendar at the basic levels to ensure the youth grow with it. Rock My Body hits maker well-advised artists to use their cultural settings to their advantage.
For we the young ones, I always say, let's exploit it. Let's try and be creative. I'm going to just be me and use what I have to get what I want. And what I have around me is very rich, and I'll not let it go to waste.
It's now time for us to take a look at news from the international community. Hillary Clinton blamed her defeat in the U.S. presidential elections on interventions by FBI Director James Comey's announcement of a new inquiry into her use of email while Secretary of State shortly before Election Day had stopped her campaign's momentum. That's according to Mrs. Clinton. The Democratic candidate was speaking to top party donors in a phone call which was leaked to the media. Mrs. Clinton, who served as Mr. Obama's Secretary of State from 2009 to 2013, has been keeping a low profile since conceding victory. That's all we have for you on Midday Live this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, we have more news on our website, 3news.com. You could also tune in to 3FM 92.7 or Nya FM 95.1 for more. I'm Natalie Fort. Have a wonderful afternoon.